So in this video, I'll be using these red lasers to make some sort of laser saw. I think that could be pretty neat. So I'm just gonna start with a base, which I already have. Just a good heavy base. Okay, so the plan is to have a arm with a big saw on it. I want to raise this by a little bit. Yes, that much. Free swivel there, and then start building my thing. I'll use a four-way shield. Yeah, I don't want that yet. I want to have... Right, okay, this is being strange on my brain. And then final, we can reinforce that. And I think that just makes it extremely rigid, which is definitely something I want in this. Okay, and where you can just use beams. I'll be using light beams. And I want this to be somewhat large. And then now, I just need to have another free pivot right here, connected to pistons, large pistons. You can have starting positions with this. That's cool. Okay. And just a half block right here. Then... Okay, that doesn't work. Why isn't it working? Oh, okay. Well, I can just do, just get around this. I can just put that there and continue the beam thing. I want it to continue out a little bit like that. Anyway, so what I'm going to be doing here is flex beam heavy. Bam, bam. I just remember that isn't going to be able to do it. That's not that way of moving. Okay, so this should work. Okay, I do need that. Okay, now... Yes. It works, but I need to have one right here. A thing here. Okay. I'm just going to be using a heavy beam. Yeah, a heavy beam that connects this thing here to this. And then we'll delete... Okay, and then this to this. Yes, and then I can delete that and put something like that's just a small thing here. Perfect. Okay. And then now now that I have more space, I can put a free pivot. And then this. Okay, that actually looks like it could work. Perfect. I feel like this should be the front. So I think I might need to redo all of this, a lot of it, to make sure this is ready. So I'll do that. You kind of know what I'm doing now. Okay, so I reworked everything here. This should still work, but this is now facing the front, and so it's supposed to be a little lower, although I didn't do that very well. Okay, I think it's finally actually done this time. So, yes. A pretty big range of movement here. And thanks Jerry for returning. So, now I actually get to build the spinning death thing. I will actually have the spinning death blade right there. Extend this out. These can look good if you do it right. Okay. Anyways, we need a somewhat fast movement. So maybe I don't think I've said this in the video yet. The laser thing, as I've seen, I think you can set it to a certain distance. Firing range, yeah. You can set it to to a certain distance. And so I guess I could have a free swivel and then rockets, thrusters. They're really powerful, so this should work. Okay, yeah, it's all coming together. I think 1 speed is good enough. I don't want it to be extremely fast. I just want it to be pretty fast. Put all these down. That might cause a collision. I'm not too sure about that. Okay, so that's a little bit too much, and I'm also realizing that these might be too far away. I want this to be pretty compact. So I'm going to move this up by 1 and that way. Okay. I still didn't fix the range yet, but that's looking pretty good so far. I could have a, make it be able to, make controls to be able to turn it how it is cutting, but I'm not too sure about that yet. Okay, so I think I've got this figured out. It is very annoying that it is so wobbly. This is a, okay, I can reinforce it, but this is a power arm. It shouldn't be this wobbly. And it's still kind of wobbly. But, so when it's like this, it's laying flat, but when it goes up, it kind of angles down, which I think is pretty cool. And almost time for the big playtest. But I do need to make the back a little bit heavier. And what I'm going to do with that is, I think, just a stabber. Okay. So, if we want to... Well, let's just get there first. If we want to spin, we just press E. That starts spinning. If we want the lasers to start, we press G. And I'm kind of just giving it a haircut right now. Okay. Now, let's... Nope, still not there yet. Okay. Here we go. Now, there we go. Some nice destruction happening here. Bam. I know I'm more bashing it, but oh, whatever. And let's start spinning. This kind of could act as a saw, but this is much more effective. There we go. See, it works really well if you just using it against tall buildings. In the end of the video, I'll go use it against that tall building right there, a thick one. But yes, that's beautiful. But look at this. It's not spinning anymore. Look at that. The beauty of that. Our lightsabers are fantastic. That's really cool. I guess I could just use this as a bashing tool too, just to knock some buildings on top of their heads, like that. That works. Actually, I'm going to incorporate that since I can. I'm going to incorporate that, adding the spikes. Here, cutter. Yes, beautiful. Okay, I'll save this upload this as something spiky laser blade. Yes, amazing. I guess wacky. Upload vehicle. So you can see this if you want to. Goodbye. Your mother eats worms.